want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit her, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue. I'm making pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Again, it's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Inside give to Elliott. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They'll run for it with Pollard, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. The ball popped in the air. And they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. First down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. Now back to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And Mahomes going to run again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's the option play now to the left. He pitches it out. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run the option right here on first down. He'll pitch it back. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 27 yards. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Elliott, toss right. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including the fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Prescott from the gun on third. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cowboys. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's up and good. So maybe a bit early here to try to match the two. They're content to trail by one at 8-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Fordson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Flushed out right. 20. 10. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to get in for the 2. Although there is a flag on the field, but it looked like a defender jumped. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott off play action. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that, because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch a defense completely unaware that this...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So it was a drive that to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to Elliott again. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Elliott running right. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to throw now. Prescott steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Let's go, D.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Prescott, he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. On the counter, Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Prescott to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This for a 4th quarter lead. Maher able to put this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be caught at the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Baker's kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now Dak. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's Prescott. Finding Schultz. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Slot man moves right. Prescott. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play, because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
The man in motion is Brown. Here's Dak. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity.
Biggie, honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadiddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a lack, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sip that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only care about what the pay till I say. Urge you wanna be. Don't gotta whip it. Rag on no petty. Lips I talk with that on your hip. If you ain't gon' rip it up, pop it. Empty the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down. Benjamin. We not equivalent. Really bad. Looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadiddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a lack, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. This bun on my knife, I'm trying to look. They do not come for me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you come in if you're under me. I'm with it in racks involved. I they text and call. Just run me that making no sense at all. It bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you ain't taking none. You bragging on pants, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You
mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadidi. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad it. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Okay, give some credit to the team covering the kick, but boy, what was he thinking? Stay in the end zone, take the knee, and help out your offense. Instead, you put your team in a really precarious position.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man downfield. That's Smith-Schuster. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 70 yards. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On 3rd down, Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Throwing, Cousins. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Working with a 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Running it with a fullback, Burton. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he'll be stopped shy of the goal line here. So the lead will remain at 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On play action, Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. From the red zone now, Cousins. This is caught.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or 2 to punch this one in.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough.
To throw is Cook. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And some space here. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
54 yards.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for KC, 46 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Kadarius Toney
from 6 yards away.
And the Chiefs have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Cousins throw taken in by Hawkinson here.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Play fake. Cousins.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10, just missed that one.
Cousins again.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here, and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss hit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. First down, here's the run with Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And complete, right side to Cook. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook
from 13 yards out.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try and run it here. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like Sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the Sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Mahomes on third.
Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Mahomes now on first down.
That's into the hands of Fortson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Dalvin Tomlinson, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Quarter down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
58, come on. 58, come on.
Mahomes to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now Cousins.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They run again with a fullback Burton, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Burton. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And in this situation, a field goal doesn't help you a whole lot, but I think you've got to take it because I think you're a little too far back to go for it on 4th down. But we also know the offensive coordinator's in the head coach's ear trying to talk him into going for it right here.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line.
They came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leads them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise the bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something